Welcome to Germany Today from Deutschland in English, where we cover the top news stories in Germany for December 29th, 2025. Today we'll explore the increasing challenges in cybersecurity as the year wraps up, mixed responses to the US-Ukraine meeting, and the pressing need for artificial intelligence training in German companies. We'll also dive into shifts in foreign policy, focusing on European unity and defense, alongside the ongoing crisis faced by businesses in Rheinland-Pfalz. Let's get started. As we near the end of 2025, Germany is facing a challenging cybersecurity landscape. With new regulations like the NIS2 Directive and the Digital Operational Resilience Act, around 29,500 companies must quickly adopt comprehensive risk management practices. They now have to report major IT incidents within 24 hours, a tough requirement given that many firms reduce their security staffing by up to 87% during the holidays. Adding to the urgency, a serious zero-day vulnerability in Cisco products was revealed just before Christmas, requiring emergency patches. On the brighter side, Germany's Cybercrime Center has achieved significant wins, shutting down thousands of fraudulent websites and deterring cyber fraudsters from targeting the country. Justice Minister Marion Gentages noted that these enhanced investigations are making a noticeable impact on cybercrime in Germany. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy is expressing gratitude to UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer for their coordination as they prepare for an upcoming meeting with US President Donald Trump. Reports indicate that Zelenskyy kicked off his day in Florida with a call to Starmer, discussing their collaboration and contacts with European partners, which underscores the importance of international cooperation in the ongoing Ukraine conflict. However, reactions to the US-Ukraine meeting have been mixed. German politician Metin Hagverdi from the SPD criticized the outcome, stating it produced few concrete results. He expressed concern over Trump's deal-oriented approach to diplomacy, suggesting that while it may create some movement, it fails to foster lasting peace. Hagverdi pointed out that Trump thinks in deals rather than building alliances, which could undermine the stability needed in the region. This highlights the ongoing complexities as Zelenskyy navigates these diplomatic waters. German companies are facing a significant gap in AI training, despite recognizing its importance. A recent survey shows that while 91% of executives see AI as vital, only 35% provide relevant training for their employees. This is concerning, especially since 33% of workers lack the skills needed for their roles and 44% didn't receive any training at all in the past year, according to the McKinsey HR Monitor 2025 report. The skills shortfall is impacting productivity and could undermine Germany's competitive edge. Companies struggle with inadequate digital learning infrastructure and short-term planning. Experts suggest implementing adaptive learning systems and certification courses to bridge these gaps. Meanwhile, the German government is stepping in with free support programs to help businesses experiment with AI solutions, encouraging them to move forward rather than hesitate. Without this action, German companies risk falling behind in the global market. A recent survey shows that 54% of Germans prioritize strengthening European unity as their main foreign policy goal. This highlights a strong commitment to cohesion in Europe, even as public sentiment shifts slightly under Chancellor Friedrich Merz's leadership. Next in line, 37% of respondents emphasize enhancing Germany's defense capabilities, though interest in this area varies greatly by age and political affiliation. For instance, only 10% of young voters aged 14 to 29 see defense as important, compared to 62% of CDU-CSU supporters. Additionally, concerns about the influence of authoritarian states have surged, with 28% now viewing this as a critical issue, up from 20%. Meanwhile, support for climate protection has dropped to 23%, and backing for aid to Ukraine has plummeted to just 7%. These findings suggest that while European solidarity and defence are still significant, concerns about climate and international aid are losing traction among the German public. The economic situation in Rheinland-Pfalz is becoming increasingly bleak. As insolvencies rise and investments stall, regional leaders are calling for urgent reforms. Johannes Heger, president of the Landesvereinigung Unternehmerverbände Rheinland-Pfalz, described the business climate as very bad. He pointed out that all industrial sectors are struggling, especially small owner-operated companies facing issues with succession. Heger criticized the federal government's slow progress on necessary reforms, noting that while promises have been made, real action is lacking, and new bureaucratic regulations are making things worse. Meanwhile, Christiane Benner, chairwoman of the IG Metall union, stressed the importance of collaboration among businesses, political leaders, and workers to tackle challenges like US tariffs, competitive pressures from China, and rising energy costs. She called for targeted investments in digitization and future technologies to help revive the industrial sector and maintain jobs. Thank you for listening to Germany Today. You can find links to articles for each story in the episode show notes, and for the latest news from Germany in English, visit deutschlandinenglish.com.